Good morning, ladies. Welcome back. Today I thought I would do a video showing you what I do for my morning skincare for this 62, almost 63-year-old woman to try to keep it in good shape and try to repair some of the damage that I've done over the years to my skin. I have already washed my face. When I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is I try to rinse off any residue of my moisturizer or skincare products that are on, and then I will go in and do my microcurrent device. You want to make sure if you're using a microcurrent device in the morning that you get all of the moisturizers off, because if there's still a film on there, the microcurrent won't go through. So I do that, and then after I'm done, I will go in and wash my face. One of my favorite things to do in the morning is use an exfoliating cleanser. This is from Philosophy. This is their micro delivery exfoliating wash. I've been using this for years, and I buy it in the big containers. I get it off of QVC because I love to use it every morning. If you're using retinols and different things like that at night that are going to help to slough off the dead skin cells, you want to get them off. So in the morning, by using a little scrub on, it helps to take off all that dead skin cells. So then you're ready to put your morning skincare on. The first thing that I put on in the morning is my eyelash serum. I'll use it morning and night. I use the Ordinary in the morning. I use a different one at night. I've tried different ones at night. But all you do with these is you just take and you brush it right along your lash line. And this lash serum, it doesn't have a lot of the gross things like, the more super expensive ones, but it has different peptides and things in it that are really good. And I've only been using this since it came out, probably about a week or two after it came out, and I do really like what it is doing for my eyelashes. I think using an eyelash serum morning and night makes a big difference, so I've been trying to do that as much as I possibly can. Then while that is absorbing in, I go in and I use a toner. This is my favorite toner. It's by Good Molecules. It's their niacinamide brightening toner. And if you don't know, niacinamide is very, very good for brightening, for reducing the size of your pores, helping the texture of your skin. And I know a lot of people will put this on a cotton pad and then rub it in, but to me, that's wasting a lot of water or a lot of the product. What I will do is I will actually just take and pour it on my skin. Let it drip on. Also put it right in my hand. Get it down my nose so it helps reduce the pores on my nose. And then let that absorb in. And it absorbs in very, very quickly. I love the fact that this is, it says it's, I can get my glasses on with my little thingy. It says formulated with niacinamide, vitamin C, arbutin, and licorice root extract to brighten and improve the appearance of enlarged pores. So it's got different things in it that not only is going to help your pores, but the vitamin C in it is going to help brighten your skin tone, and vitamin C also helps with fine lines and wrinkles. Then I will go in and I always use my Argireline. Argireline is what they call Botox in a bottle. Now, it's not obviously going to do as much as Botox does, but it helps with sort of like the tightening or toning of your muscles. It actually helps sort of relax them so they're not going to be so pronounced and everything. So I don't put it directly on my wrinkles. I put it like above and out at the sides. And I like to put this in first because it's a thinner serum. You always want to do thinner to thicker. So I put this in around my eyes. The Ordinary is a very economical, very, very economical brand of skincare, but they use really good, their clinical formulations. And because they don't spend a lot on their packaging and different things, they don't cost as much. I think this is like $7 or $8. It recently went up a little bit. Unfortunately, because of inflation, everything has gone up, so they did raise the price. So I think it used to be $7. I think it might be $8 now for this, but it lasts a long time. I always keep a backup of this. You can get it at Ulta, Sephora, and you can get it directly at theordinary.com. Now, the next serum that I use, I alternate. Some mornings I will use vitamin C serums. Other mornings I will use my copper peptide serums. If I'm using a copper peptide serum, I use the Ordinary Buffet with copper peptides. Absolutely love this. I have noticed a difference in my skin over the last 6 months. I started using this faithfully and my skin is a lot more bouncy. The other day I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, wow, my skin actually is looking better from when I started this YouTube channel to now, because I'm doing what I say I always was supposed to be doing. So it makes a big difference. So some mornings I will use that. Alternating mornings I will go in and I will use the Ordinary Lactic Acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid plus a vitamin C serum. Now, normally I use the Timeless. My other alternative is making your own. I will link the video that I got this from. Kimberly from Pretty Over 50 makes her own vitamin C serum. And what she does is she uses some of the Ordinary vitamin C powder. If you put that just in a moisturizer, sometimes it gets gritty, but she added ferulic acid, vitamin E oil, and a little bit of, I think it's glycerin. I can write down her recipe down at the bottom, what she uses, or I will also link her video on her channel where she shows you how to make this. It's a lot more economical because you're buying big containers and then you just mix up a small container at once. You do not want to mix up a bunch because vitamin C is water soluble, it's unstable, it won't last as long. And then I just bought these off of Amazon, these little bottles, and they're colored, so you keep the light off of it, it'll help it last a little bit longer. Yesterday I used my copper peptides, so this morning what I'm going to use is my lactic acid. And lactic acid, again, is an acid that it's going to help dissolve and get rid of any dead skin cells. I will drip it directly on my face. You can put it in your hands if you want, but which I do like on my forehead because I don't want it running down, and then I just pat it in. And I truly believe using some kind of acid like lactic acid or AHAs or BHAs every day will make a big difference on your skin. BHAs are going to help clean out your pores. They're going to help dissolve all that. Where your lactic acid, they are a little bit stronger. They're going to help get rid of all the dead skin cells. And then today, because I'm out of my Timeless and I ordered it and it's not here as of yet, which I'm sort of bummed about, I'm going to use this. And you can see it's yellow. And then I just press this in. All over my skin. And vitamin C is going to help with brightening your skin. It's also going to help reduce a lot of your hyperpigmentation, which I have, as I've explained before, from being a sun worshiper, sort of, going to the tanning bed and everything. I have a lot of age spots and sunspots on my skin that I am trying to get rid of. After I do that, I will either put on my amino acids with B5 from The Ordinary, or I will use my Timeless coenzyme Q10 serum. The days that I do my vitamin C, I'm going to use my Timeless coenzyme Q10 serum. I'm going to put a little bit in my palm of my hands, and then again I'm going to go around, press it in. I'll get some down my neck. Now I don't want to go in and use like 20 serums. I was doing that for a while. I'm trying to cut back. So the days that I use my copper peptides, that's when I'll use my amino acids with B5. So I'm only putting like 3 serums on. You don't even have to do that. You could get up, wash your face, put your toner on, do a lactic acid, vitamin C, and then go right into your moisturizer, which is what I'll do next. I go in and put my moisturizer on. I'm using right now the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. I have severely dry skin. They have a moisturizer, as I talked about before, that is not quite as hydrating. It's made more for oily skin. but my skin being severely dry, I use whatever is the most hydrating. Now in the winter time, I will give you an updated skincare routine, and it will add extra things to it. I will add oils on top of this to my skin that make a big difference to adding extra hydration. When you've got dry skin or severely dry skin, it's different than someone who has oily skin. You need to adjust your skincare morning and night to whatever your skin type is. The other thing I do is I always put an eye cream on morning and night. Your eyes, around your eyes, are one of the first places to show your age. So this one that I have is by Sukiyaka Suhara. I really like this. It's a Korean brand. It's not very expensive at all. I do like it. It is a Urea Moisture Eye Cream, and I have talked about this before on one of my Amazon finds. I do really like this. Keeping your under eyes hydrated, it not only is it going to help with your fine lines and wrinkles, but when you go to put your concealer on and your makeup on, it's going to make a world of difference. Then the next and the most important step of all, ladies, is your sunscreen. I'm using my Josie Maran. It's a hydrating one because it's Protect and Perfect. It's got argan oil. It is a broad spectrum SPF 47 and Sun Boost ATV. This is a physical sunscreen. I love this. It's broad spectrum. You want to get a sunscreen that has UVA and UVB protection. We've talked about that before. I will use that on my face. It is tinted. I will not use it down my neck. So down my neck and my décolleté and the rest of my body, I will either use my Ultra Sheer Dry Touch Sunscreen by Neutrogena or my Banana Boat Light as Air SPF 50. These are the two that I use. If it's cloudy out, I will normally use the 30. If it's sunny out, I use the 50. I make sure, pull my hair back. I always put sunscreen on my ears because you don't know, especially in the summertime, if your hair is going to be back or not, or if it's going to show through. So I always make sure I do my ears. And I may have said this before, one of the main reasons you don't think about your ears, but you want to make sure that they are covered. It sort of looks like on my ear, and I don't know if you can see it or not, I can zoom in. It looks like maybe I had a piercing in my ear because I have a scar with like 2 holes in it. That actually is where they remove skin cancer. I had the Mohs procedure done. I was very, very blessed that they went in the first time and they got it all, so they didn't have to remove part of my ear. I could have had part of my ear removed. But you want to make sure, ladies, that you are getting, it's going to be hot here today, so you want to make sure that you are getting every part of your body that is exposed to the sun covered. Obviously, if you're wearing pants or something, you're not going to have to put sunscreen on your legs. Okay, so those are done. I'm going to put my sunscreen on my face. So this is tinted. It does not give coverage. It gives a little bit of tint, so it does even out your skin tone a little bit, which is nice. So on days when you don't want to wear any makeup whatsoever, this is really nice. And it's one of my favorite ones because it is hydrating and because it is physical. This and the Dermatology are my absolute favorites. I switch off between those, the tinted and the non-tinted, and I'm good to go. I will give this a few minutes to soak in, and then I will start putting my makeup on for the day. I really hope this was helpful to you. These are just basic things that I do. You may not, and my videos aren't made for just older women or middle-aged women. This is for younger women too. So you may not need all of the extra serums. I would recommend maybe washing your face. Always put a toner on. I would start young. If you're in your 20s, using a vitamin C serum. It's going to help any sun damage, and you don't realize even when you're a kid or a teenager how you could get sun damage quickly. So I would recommend doing some things like that and the lactic acid. Those are things that are good for anyone. Whether you have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin, those are going to help you out. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I will link all of the products down below for you in the description so you know where to find them. None of these are like super expensive. My sunscreen is a little bit more expensive. This is a really big bottle. I think it was like $50 for this one. The dermatology one that I use is like $27, $28. But to me, they're worth it. If you're putting something on your face is a totally different texture of skin than your body, so I would not use a body sunscreen on my face. I just don't. You can, but I don't. So with that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Go out, have a blessed day, and I will see you again in my next video. Thank you so much for joining me.